The speaker for this session is Dr. Bikash Kumar Naik, Plant Head, Aurobindo Pharma. He is a PhD with specialization in quality by design in pharmaceutical operation management. He is a seasoned professional with several years of experience in national and international pharma-related assignments and working for continuous improvement through the lean transformation manufacturing process. He is working on various digital projects like eBMR, BMS, eLog, housekeeping automation, etc. related to pharma operations. Over to you, Dr. Naik.
Thank you. And first of all, thank you very much Indian Express to arranging such events. And thank you everybody to come here and discuss something about extraordinary things. So I will not take much time. This is my commitment to you because already you have delayed for 1 hour. I will not take much time. Thank you. COVID has a positive impact. How many of us agree with this, my statement? Very good. Thank you. So a lot of negative things have happened, but COVID has a lot of positive things also there. Today we will talk some of the positive things, what our life has been changed dramatically. So this is our story. Once upon a time we have been given a long medicine shop. End of the day, we don't get that, or sometimes we procure more and we just as it is got expired within we are not consuming within the time. Not only this, in India, all globe also suffer from the same thing. One of the examples is like in US, it looks funny but it is interesting. For toilet paper, almost 1 month people have struggled for that. The shortage of toilet paper. In US also last year also, thank you very much. And in fact, tomato sauce not available, so many restaurants have been closed down. Today, China suffering for food is not available, and the government has been made a policy. Everybody has to clean their plate. They cannot take much foods. But good news is that we have a digital system in our hand. So last week, my wife woke up at night 3 o'clock and told me tomorrow what breakfast I should make. I've done a mistake. Rava idli is not dosa. The raw material for idli is not there with me. So what to do? We will be hungry tomorrow morning. So thanks digital system, night 3 o'clock itself, I have taken the help of app, and before we wake up from the bed, the rava idli is in our doorstep. So this is such a beautiful system, digital system made in improvement made in the corona time. Another example, we are running a guest house in our company. So many people are coming from different states. They have different thought process, different food behavior. We cannot make an inventory for that. So in the morning we ask them, what do you eat today? So he'll give the list of his wish list. Then we take the help of the app, and within 1 hour all the ingredients will come. So there is no inventory, no loss, all just in time. This is our story, pharma story. So in general terms, what is drug shortage? Drug shortage is if something demand is more than the supply, then drug shortage happen. So today we are talking why this drug shortage has been happened and how we will come out from this, or what protection should take that drug shortage may not be happen and we will come out from that supply chain connectivity. So this data is taken from FDA side. Now 50% of drug year by year we are unable to cater to the patients. So there are some disturbances happen in our supply chain change so that the drugs not reach to the end of the customer. Let us draw some idea about how the drug get manufactured and distributed. Which is better, Covishield or Covishield? Covaxin or Covishield? Which is better? Everything is better. Suppose you have to manufacture these vials or medicines. So it starts from collecting the intermediates, then it will go to manufacturing the API, then this API will go to the formulation, then it will go through a lot of quality test. After quality test, you will go to distributor, sometimes the regulator is sitting at Europe and use their test, and finally it will go to the wholesaler, then the distributor, then the consumer. So a lot of things happen in between, like preferring the intermediate itself to supply chain. A lot of complex things happening today in the traditional supply chain. There is no transparency. We don't know what is happening at the manufacturing end, what is happening in the regulatory end, and what is happening in the logistics, how my product is getting this to me. This idea we don't have today. There is no clear-cut idea if you are running a traditional supply chain. So why the supply chain get distracted, like a natural disaster, somebody like cyclone happen or flood happen, or traditional system of transporting medicine like road, in a sea or in a flight it got distracted or medicine cannot be transported. Second, disruption is, this is the basic classic example during corona time. No prediction what drug will be effective for the corona. Started with hydroxychloroquine. Overnight, almost all companies got approved by FDA that to manufacture chloroquine. Next 1 month, it has gone wrong, and the concept has gone and started with dexamethasone and ivermectin. And 1 month it ran. After that, people told it's not working. Then you take azithromycin, it will be rectified. So there is so many unpredictable things happen due to this disease and epidemic. And finally, they come up with remdesivir. You might have paid more than 1 lakh rupees per buyer. So this supply chain or the requirement of the customer is unpredictable. Next. Today we are war between Ukraine and Russia, but our oil price got hike. Sunflower oil got a hike from 140 rupees to 210 rupees. There is a lot of hike happen which is beyond our control. So why it is happening? Because in between supply get distracted from the source. And a lot of competitors also there. Somebody is ready to sell the medicine with less price. So may not be, we have produced the medicine but may not sell to the market. So excess inventory happen in the supply chain. Today, we are regulated by the FDA, WHO, MHR, all these regulatory agents. You don't know tomorrow what will happen. They will audit our facility, they may ban our facility. So there is no visibility whether tomorrow what will happen and whether my essential medicine will reach to the customer or not. So there is a lot of complication in our system leading from manufacturing to reach to the patient. So maybe if you go to the supply part, like our distributor itself is able to produce the right quantity of logistic to the customer, or he's got bankruptcy, or he cannot manage the transportation, or the wholesaler is not able to manage the soap. So there is a lot of list of evident transparency required here. For example, how is product getting developed, whether the corporate liquidity is poor or not, poor credit history of the distributor or wholesaler. So this transparency required to come out from the supply chain disruptions. Today, my friends are talking about Industry 4. Toyota, the best example, where they have started with loom factory, then they have gone for mass production, then automation by robotic and all. Today, we are talking about cyber physical system and Internet of Things, which is connecting your printer or your mark, lab stores and all. So this can also be applied to the supply chain. So these are the building blocks, what you people have already described. I will not take much time. Next. So it's a good news that already we have started the journey. We are talking about track and trace system. So if we are supplying to Europe or US, we have a track and trace system. Each carton, each shipper has to be barcoded, and the details will be there in that barcode, like manufacturing expiry, which plant it got manufactured, and which channel it got distributed from distributor to wholesaler, and where that product getting purchased from the customer, they will scan it, and they will check whether the product is authenticated or not. So by this travel, lot of data has been generated and put in the server. With help of Industry 4, can we use this data? Can we predict the behavior of the customer? For example, if you go to a cloth store and I will ask for a cloth, give me my favorite cloth, the salesman may predict in his mind, and maybe it like to me or not, he'll give bunch of cloth with his prediction. But if you replace this to Amazon, today you are entering, what do you require in the Amazon, and if next time you are going for the same searching for and all, so based on my behavior of purchase, it will process the data and it will analyze and it will say which are liking for you. For example, maybe because liking for white shirt and 32 size, the T-shirt and all. So it will analyze. It is analyzing, and everybody is understanding this behavior. For Netflix film, Netflix app is there. Suppose today you are seeing the triple R film, so you will understand this person is interested for triple R film, that tomorrow it will be KKR, right? So there are similar type of, he will suggest that these are similar, your choice is this, and these are the similar type of pictures are available, and you can see that. So all these things happening due to this artificial intelligence, embedded in the system. We can apply to our pharma, like when your medicine is purchased by the customer, we can use through artificial intelligence and analyze where it is got sold out and what is the behavior of selling our product. And not only that, starting from the manufacturing stage, how much time it is taken for manufacturing the product, how much time is taken to transport to the product, how much time is taken to distribute the product, and now which is the best source available to do all these things, whether the manufacturing side is correct, or we have to see the alternative manufacturing side, or transportation, we can see some other alternative which is better and cost effective. So all these things can be done through artificial intelligence. Another part of story is today we are transporting we are doing through various modes, road and air and sea. Today we are using data layers, and the function of data layer is to monitor the temperature and humidity, the environmental condition, what our product get transferred, which is correct or not. Then we are downloading the data and we are checking whether that product is safe or not. But if you replace the RFID starting from production package to reach to the retailer, it will directly transfer the data to the cloud. And we cannot tamper that cloud system. It will be directly visible to all of us, and it is easily visualize that whether our product is safe or not. So we have solved with artificial intelligence the manufacturing side or selling side. Now we are connecting to the transportations. So blockchain, already we have experience with Amazon and other sites where data tamper cannot be done. So it is basically sales order how it is get executed. And by combining everything, AI, blockchain and IoT, we can do a pharma for our industry for very good supply chain. AI will help our demand forecast and routing efficiency, and blockchain will help us the traceability and super gray market visibility, and IoT will locate our good and storage condition for monitoring, assessment, management. So all this will be combined. Already data are available. Some of the data are available in our track and trace system. We have to just extend it. That's all. So what is your future digital supply chain looks like? From supplier to production, distribution to customer, everything will be connected through internet, and each person will talk each other, like supplier will talk from production, products will talk with distribution, everything is visualized, everything is transparent now. So when we procure a raw material, when you can arrange our transportation, everything can be predicted by our artificial intelligence. So this is the way already some of the company implement the system, like Amazon and all. They have already implemented this system. We have to extend only it to the pharma, and we have to rethink our design of supply chain, traditional supply chain to digital supply chain. So these are the few cost benefits for positive effect on supply chain if you implement a digital system. There are definitely 15 to 30% improvement would be there. Not only that, our Modi ji already initiated some job like digital transformation and Make in India. Some internet factories also getting, installed in India, so that all this physical and cyber, if you connect each other, then you can solve today's supply chain process, and we can make a digital supply chain which is better India and better future for our pharma. So thank you very much. So I will not take much time, because we have to put seed today, already we have put. Now we have to see how the tree is getting grown. Thank you very much.